We're going to keep walking around and looking around, see what we find. Well, there's that rocket ship, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, I got to tell you, it's pretend. But it is designed to look just like the rocket ship that went into space for the United States. So there are flags on there and they say USA, which means United States. And do you see next to it all of those books? There are all sorts of books in the children's library. Anybody here hope to go on a rocket ship when they get bigger?
Me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you just keep doing your studies and reading and your homework, even though homework's not fun, but keep doing your homework and study, and maybe one day you can be a person who goes on a rocket ship and goes into space. Okay, how about the next adventure? Remember that tree?
Mm-hmm.
This, I gotta tell you, yeah, it's pretend, but it looks like a real tree. And this is a tree that is found in a tropical forest, like in South America. And when you're in the library, you can actually hear the noise of the insects and the birds singing. And it has lights on it. And it's pretty big if you take a look at the size of the books and you compare it to the tree. It's a big tree. So here we have a children's library that has not just books, but it has a rocket ship. What were the other things it has? Yep, it has a lighthouse and it has the tree. Let's see, what else is in this children's library? Computers. Now, these computers are made for children. Well, not the computers itself, but you can see the chairs and the tables are low so that the children can reach. And this is free in the United States for libraries. And you check out a book from a library and you borrow a book from the library, is free. And lots of computers. These are the computers that are for kids. And pretty soon on our adventure, I'm going to show you some more computers. Okay, what's next? Whoa, more lights. Yeah. Okay, the colors. What do you see? Purple,
Purple, blue.
pink,
Mm-hmm.
and in the middle of one of these is a clock. So when I took that picture, it was a little after 5 o'clock. And when you go into this room, you see the chairs that I have, which I got a close up of the chairs on the other side. This is a room, every room that they have in this library is made differently. And the name of this kind of art, the way that these lights are and the design is called Art Deco.
Oh,
Art
Art
Deco
Deco.
is it Art Deco. It's kind of a funny kind of art with straight lines and lots of light. So this is where teenagers can do some studying and sit in the chairs, but we have a very special place for teenagers too. And I think that's the next stop on our trip. Yep, this is a special room only for teenagers. It's not for grown-ups, not for little kids, it's just for teenagers. Do you see all of those computers? The, the chairs are bigger, and in this case, these chairs are kind of a greenish color. We call that green, olive green, because sometimes there are two types of olives, or maybe more than that. There are black olives and green olives. The green olives are this color green. And in front of the first picture, the one on the left, there's sort of like a flat table.
Mm-hmm.
And on that table, that's a computer. The computer is big. It's about, way, way, way big. And you touch it, and it can show you the constellations, show you the stars. It can show you the world. It's lots of different things. That's really fun, I'd say, to play with, but I can't because I'm a grown up and it's a teenage library. So in the back there are more computers, and you see what the ceiling looks like? All of those kind of squares.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, do we have any more pictures of the teenager library? We do. Wow. Look at those seats. It's like going into a restaurant to sit there, and they get to sit, kids get to sit, and they get to talk with one another, and they also get to study. So I don't know if you have a library like this, but one day you you're lucky enough and your family can come visit, come to Cerritos, and maybe by that time you'll be teenagers and you'll get to go into that room too. Okay, any questions? All right, we're now going to go into the next room. This is another place for grown-ups, and we call grown-ups adults. So the grown-ups have several rooms in this library, and it's different carpet and different kinds of seats. But we have, not only do we have books in English, we have books in many languages. Yes, Mandarin Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Spanish, you name the language. And this library has books in all of these different languages because languages are beautiful, people are beautiful. Everybody has has we're all the same and we're all a little bit different, but we all love like books and learning. So that's the adult room. Next, where are we going to travel to? Remember I told you about computers? Well, on the left side where you see all of those computers, that's that could be for adults, it could be for children. And there are lots of them. I think there are about 90 computers for people to use. And you can see also the blue with the lights, and that's basically, that shows outside. So I had to go up. This library doesn't just have one floor. Now, I don't know kind of in the word of floor for where you are when there's one floor and two is higher, and then there's three that's even higher. Well, this library has three of those. And I got up to the very third floor, and that's where I took a picture of these computers because there's so many of them. Do you see anything different about this computer that's on the right side?
Yeah.
The one that says people with eye problems. What's different about this computer?
The keyboard, um, the letters are large, are much larger.
They're really big for
Mm-hmm.
these computers. They have a special room for people where they can't see very well. This is the one that the keyboard has the big letters, but they also have other computers where you put the book on the computer and it shows up on the screen magnified,
Sorry,
really
I'll be
big.
right back.
Hmm? What?
He'll be right back. He'll be right back.
Okay.
I think we're about at the end.
Okay. Yeah. If that's about the end, your presentation is 25 minutes. Do you think that's right? And leave 5 minutes for question?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I
I
think
mean,
that's
I tried to use the English, and